Hello, my name is Jared Romano, and I'm one of the partners at Full Method. Today, we're going to take a look at our engagement platform, Growth Method. Growth Method is an empowering tool to help you pastor people better. Growth Method is a tool to supercharge your CHMS. Growth can provide insights, bi-directional communication, online forms, the reading of handwritten cards, and so much more. We believe it's impossible to grow if your system has information gaps. Whether it be poor assimilation, scattered data, lost opportunities, Growth Method has been designed to fix those problems. First, we gather, next we connect, and finally we engage, all to make sure that we help you pastor better. Currently, we support 6 of the largest church management systems: Ministry Platform, Fellowship One, Planning Center, Rock, Church Community Builder, and Elvanto. Also, you can use this system as a standalone application. Starting at a flat fee of $25 for 500 credits, you can get started today. And don't forget our FAQs here at fullmethod.com. Now, let's get started. As mentioned earlier, the Growth Method is an enterprise engagement platform. It is a tool to take all of your entry points, whether they be your contact card, your text messaging platform, your online forms, or your Excel documents, update them and make them much smarter. And we're going to talk about what making them smarter really is. First, let's get started with our entry points. Those are cards, CSVs, or online forms. Within the concept of cards, cards are anything that has handwriting on them. So these could be your welcome cards, these could be your connection cards, these could be your decision-making cards. And what we do is we scan the physical image of the card. Once scanned, we create these blue boxes around the handwritten information and coordinate them with a field within your database. Here we have primary contact name, so we will do full name. We'll select primary person, spouse, or add child, and in this example, primary person, and select save. We have the ability to do multiple checkboxes, name, birth date, email, address, phone, prayer requests, multiple checkboxes, and many more CHMS specific information. Again, we can make your contact card smarter, and I'm going to share what that means in a moment. Secondly, we have CSVs. This is a great way for you to utilize the brute force of our CHMS integrations. Most organizations say they have integrations with their CHMS. However, we take a deep dive into our integrations, and that allows you to do things like this CSV upload. Take your Excel spreadsheet, upload it to Growth Method, and we can do a myriad of functions the traditional CHMS cannot. And finally, online forms. Within our online forms, that makes it easy for anybody to be able to create a form. Our simple drop and drag process makes it so that anyone can build a form in 3 to 5 minutes. And what's great about our forms is we speak fluent CHMS. So whichever environment you're in, name, address, date of birth, and additional information will populate specific to that CHMS. Again, we understand prayer and notes. We understand multiple choice questions and campus assignments. Furthermore, we understand theme and style guides. You may create a specific theme, such as Christmas, general, prayer requests, and edit them directly here. Everything from layout to font and text to input fields, all can be edited within one click, and your graphic design department will be impressed with how much customization you will be able to have. Finally, I've made the case that we are going to take your cards, your CSVs, and your online forms and make them smarter. This is how we do that. Focus Growth has the concept of conditionals. Behind each and every input source or entry point, we have conditionals. Conditionals are if-then statements created in the moment of filling out a card, uploading a CSV, or filling out an online form. Let's create a quick conditional now. Let's say someone was new to the database, has filled out this online form, selected the checkbox, first time guest, and is from the campus, downtown campus. Now let's select the result for these options. We have the ability to add to track, which I will share with you shortly, send a text, send an email, change campus, and other CHMS specific functionality. Getting even more specific, we can add things like age. So if somebody is sub 18, we would have specific information around that and we would route that to the right person. We could even do gender and have specific results for those case scenarios. Conditionals are all about saving you time, connecting you with the right person, and efficiently connecting all the data for your CHMS. Again, all of this is happening in the moment of submitting the card, uploading the CSV, or completing the online form. Now let's talk about the all-important add to track feature. Whereas conditionals all took place in one moment, tracks happen over time. Tracks are the truest understanding of pastoral care. Tracks takes the sequential steps of pastoral ministry and puts them all in one place for you. Tracks can be baptism, membership, salvation, discipleship tracks, first-time guest processes, military experience, and even bereavement. Let's take a look at some of our pre-populated tracks now. Growth comes out of the box with these 4 tracks: salvation, membership, first-time guest, youth group, and many more to come. Inside a track, we have our entry points and our steps for the following weeks. Entry points can be online forms, CSVs, physical cards, or even keyword texts. Let's add a keyword text to this entry point and select the word salvation. Now let's take a look at our first step. After somebody texts the word salvation or fills out our online form, we're going to wait 2 hours. We're going to automatically send a text message. We're going to wait 1 day. We're going to send a follow-up email. We're going to wait another day. We're going to assign the pastor a phone call. We're going to additional day, and we're going to send our new believers group email. The amazing part about focus growth is that we take automation and turn it into organic relationship. Let's take a look at this text message. What an amazing day. Heaven is actually rejoicing in the decision you've made today. We can include the individual's first name. We can include the name of the pastor or volunteer following up with this individual. The key thing to understand here is this is individual communication. This information will be coming from a 10-digit phone number owned by the pastor or volunteer. This clearly states the beginning of a personalized relationship. We encourage all track text to end with a question mark. The reason we recommend to do this is to encourage organic conversation. While growth method is the sender of this text, all additional communication between the pastor and the volunteer is organic. During these weeks of communication, there's many things that you can do. You can send a text message, you can send an email, you can complete manual tasks. We have many CHMS specific functionality. You can schedule in-person meetings, send a postcard that you design, we print and postage and send on your behalf, and schedule a phone call. Now let's take a look at a track already in motion. Growth is really trying to make 2 of your major departments happy: IT and pastoral ministries. IT wants to know all of the engagement data and metrics, and pastoral care often just wants the task that they need to do that day. Growth has done its best to make both parties happy. Here you can see an overview of phone calls, in-person meetings, manual tasks, postcards, people within the track, people who are in charge of contacting them, graphics, and the steps along the way. However, in our pastoral mobile view, you have your daily ministry tasks. Whether web-friendly or on our dedicated iOS app, pastors and volunteers can see the information they need in a glance. The Growth app has the ability to sort campuses and personal activity, as well as never lose anyone in the flow of activity. We hear pastors constantly tell us, "Give me my daily tasks and help me find this individual." CHMS database have difficulty telling the whole story of an individual's journey. However, that is the area that Growth has its greatest success. Within the People tab, pastors and volunteers can see everybody within their track, as well as add additional filters. In this example, let's look at everyone who's expressed interest but has not yet made it to the new members class. Here we have Connie, Cami, and Lucilia. Let's take a greater look at Connie. Here I can email, text, or call Connie. I can see her progress thus far. update her status, and see her personal activity up to this point. To bring all this information together, you would have to run multiple reports within your church's database. In full screen mode, you have the true ability to see a holistic picture of this person's past. Additionally, you can see all of your tracks and where your participants are in their step progress. As I mouse over, I can see where they are and their status. Next is our Comms tab. Comms will show you your communication sent by week, your total sents, your open rates, and the successful delivery of those messages. Finally, Actions will deliver the daily tasks to your pastors or volunteers. Actions such as phone calls, meetings, manual tasks, and pending communication. Pending communication is extremely powerful. Here you will have the ability to edit existing communication in the moment and decide to send immediately or schedule that time. Finally, all of this is powered by our mobile office suite. Each member of your pastoral staff or volunteer will be assigned their own personal 10-digit number. You will be able to go to Add Phone Line, select your local area, select a specific phone number, and assign it to the individual. The value proposition to this is now pastors and volunteers no longer need to give away their personal cell phone numbers, and we can have insight into how these numbers are performing. Within each number, what text messages have been sent, how many phone calls were made, and the length of those phone calls. Additionally, if a pastor or volunteer goes out of town or moves to a different department, we can reassign the number and the span of care continues. So our question to you is, how many tracks do you have in your church? We know we can take so many manual steps out of your process, create automation, and guarantee pastoral follow-up. The heart of growth method is to ensure that no one is ever lost and that everyone feels like they have a personal connection with your church. We now have a commitment to take 5 of your existing processes and turn them into 5 tracks. We can save you time in data entry, we can save you time in pastoral follow-up, and we can save you time in data integrity, all while ensuring an individual has a personalized engagement experience. Today, we would like to create a trial for you and get you on the road to building your first track. Our team of implementers will come alongside your organization and ensure that whether it's a contact card, a CSV, an online form, or a text keyword, your people are being followed up with. We encourage you to head over to fullmethod.com and get yourself a trial today. Our team is looking forward to meeting your team and helping you pastor better. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to meeting you on a Zoom in the near future.